In this video, guys, I'm going to show you how to use a tool if you do not have access to paper and pencil for working with fractions. So if you start down at the bottom with your mouse and pull up on the screen, it should load all these different devices, apps that you have for your device. On mine, I have Chrome Canvas. It's all the way at the very bottom. You might not have it down there, but in this search bar at the top, you can type in Chrome Canvas, push enter, and it will automatically take you to that app. So it's either in your pull-up menu or you're going to have to search for it. Once you search for it and click enter, it will start taking you to the app. It has been taking a little bit of time to load, so do be patient with it. It's going to spin in the rainbow colors. After it loads, I'm going to show you how you can make fractions with it and use some of the different tools that they have. All the different fractions that we are going to make from now on are going to be using a bar model or a rectangle model. We will not be using a circle model or square models to draw our fractions, so that way we can use them to make number lines and compare different fractions. It's much easier to make a number line or compare fractions when you use a bar model. So this first screen, you can see all the different drawings that I've been doing to kind of get to know this app. And then on the left, you can see there's a bunch of different tools that you can use to draw your fraction. There's different colors you can change them to. I know you're going to want to spend some time making them all different pretty colors. Just pick one color to start with, and then go ahead and start drawing one of the bar models. So it's just a long rectangle. Try to be as accurate as possible with it. If I was going to draw the fraction 3/4, you'll see the reason for my colors in a minute. I would draw a bar model with that, and then I would start by splitting my bar model into 4 equal pieces. Well, I know 4 is an even number, so I can start by splitting our bar model evenly in half, and half of 4 is 2, so that means that each of these halves need to be split into 2 equal pieces. I'm going to try to make those as accurate as possible. If I make a mistake, I can click down on the bottom one, and that is the eraser, and I can go through and I can erase the line that I do not like. But I like mine, so I'm going to leave it there. In order to show 3/4, I have to color in what the numerator says. The numerator says 3, so I'm going to color in 3 pieces out of the 4 from my denominator. So my denominator is how many pieces I made in my whole fraction. I have 4 pieces. That's my denominator. My numerator is how many pieces should I color in? I've colored in 1, 2, 3. 3 out of 4 are colored in. Okay. If I want to start a new drawing, I click the home screen and it takes me back to where I can select a new drawing. This time I'm going to show you, just so you know how to use it, 2 bar models on top of each other. If you were in one of my classes last year, this is how we compared fractions. We would stack 2 bar models on top of each other. Notice how our bar models are exactly the same length. We're going to make the top one 1/2 and the bottom fraction 2/8. Okay, so if I want to do my top fraction, my denominator is 2. It tells me I should break my rectangle up into 2 equal pieces. There's 2 equal pieces. My numerator is 1. That tells me I should color in 1 of my pieces. Okay, same idea for when we do our 2/8. I'm just going to make my line a little bit smaller. Excuse me, wrong one. A little bit smaller so that I can be more precise with my line. My denominator says to break it up into 8 equal pieces. Well, I know that 8 is an even number, so I can split 8 in half. Half of 8 is 4, so that means that each of these halves needs to be split into 4 equal pieces. I do that by splitting each half in half to make fourths and splitting each of those fourths in half. And that will give me a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal pieces. Again, if I make a mistake, I click on the bottom one and I can erase. If I'm happy with it, then I'm going to color in for my numerator the 2. Excuse me, I forgot to select the right one. 2. So I'm going to color in 2 pieces out of the 8 pieces total. All right, and I'm going to show you just one more with an improper fraction or a mixed number. So if I had the fraction 2 and 3/4, I would draw my bar model. I know I need 2 wholes because I have 2 as a whole number. But I also need to show 3/4. So I'm going to split up each one of these into fourths. And along the last one as well. I know that I have 2 holes colored in because of the 2 here. So I'm going to color in 2 of these completely. And then my other fraction is 3/4. So I'm going to color in 3 out of 4 to show 2 holes and 3/4. If I have an improper fraction, such as 8/4, well, I know my denominator says 4, so each of my bar models need to be broken up into fourths. My numerator says I need to color in 8. So I know I need to have at least 8 spaces to color in. Doing my best to be as accurate as possible. So now I'm going to color in for my numerator 8 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which now we're seeing is worth 2 holes. Okay, so that's a little bit about Chrome Canvas and how to use it to draw different fractions. You can use this tool, you can use paper and pencil, you can use sidewalk chalk, you can use markers. Really anything that you can draw with, you can use to practice your fractions today.